Hello beautiful people, my name is Anna and I'm welcoming you back on my channel. The video of today is about being true to ourselves, and I've got to this topic starting from the New Year's resolution. I have a question for you. How true are we really when we set those resolutions? I've been wondering, how can I help people using the New Year's resolution? What do people want? Well, I want to lose weight, I want to make more money, I want to find my true love. Okay. We all want that, but how honest are we when we set those kind of goals? So what I want to talk about today is how we can be true to ourselves. Regardless of what your new resolution is, losing weight, finding love, finding another job, changing house, discovering yourself, I come to ask you, what is behind that New Year's resolution? What made you decide that you want exactly that resolution and not another one? What does it mean to be true to yourself? Well, if you ask me, I think most important when we ask ourselves this question is to turn to our inner selves. First of all, our inner self, it's most of the time condition of the environment. Do our friends like us or accept us? Do our families like us or accept us? So when we set the New Year's resolutions, I tend to believe that over 50% we take that decision concerning from what others would expect from us. So when it comes about being true to ourselves, I think we must be honest with ourselves, seek within us and find out what's giving us pleasure, what's giving us self-fulfillment, what makes us happy, what makes us relaxed. If it feels wrong, don't do it. That's available even when we set New Year's resolutions. If we set ourselves the goal to, I want to lose weight. If it feels wrong, maybe you would like to make some medical analysis first, for example. I lied myself for many years for all sorts of topics because we like it or not, this is how our mind managed to protect us. From young ages, when we feel like there are not other people to help us or you feel alone, your mind takes you by your hand and says, hey, it's gonna be okay, come with me, trust me. But this kind of behavior, it's not the perfect when we get as adults. So my point is, and where I think I'm trying to go is, being true to yourself means to see and look at yourself beyond all the things we have been taught that we must be, or we must do, or we must become. One of the reasons for which we don't really succeed in remaining true to our New Year's resolutions or ourselves would be the psychological explanation, according to which our actual generation seems to have this immediate need of dopamine. What does that mean? The immediate need for reward. And it's not necessarily our fault, because from young age we've been taught that if you're a good boy, if you're a good girl, you're gonna get a candy, you're gonna get a cookie. So we've been learned that if we behave in a certain way, right away we get the reward from that good behavior. Well, when we set the New Year's resolutions, we have the problem to stick to them because they don't actually provide a quick response, a quick reward. We are used to receive fast rewards. The parents are teaching us that way, the society is teaching us that way. And look, for example, the commercials on TV, and the market people know that. They know that we are addicted of the dopamine effect. So they show us exactly what we want to see. They show us a little product that you stick in the fridge, you stick in the oven or whatever, and just like that, in a split of a second, you have the beautiful story of your life. I have news. Life is not a commercial, guys, and it's beautiful to have a fast reward, but in life things don't happen like that. Good things take time to be built, take time to be adjusted, take time to happen, take time to be successful. And to give you one example, and God, I hope to not scare any of you, I have decided to start the journey of my discovering and my self-change 7 years ago. And sometimes I swear I look back and it feels like I moved 2 centimeters. But I'm pleased. I know that what I have been working in these 7 years, it's never gonna fall. Who I've been constructing in these 7 years is gonna remain like that. Now, to be true to ourselves and especially to remain true to our New Year's resolutions, we have to give up to the idea that it must happen now. Simply in life doesn't work. If I click this, it happens that. In real life, you have to work. You have to do it step by step by step by step. So if you plan to quit smoking, don't just think that today you're gonna put your cigarette down and you're done smoking. And you must expect that it's difficult. You must accept that it has stages, it has level that it goes. And the reward that you've done a good thing, yeah, it's gonna come, but it's gonna come in 2 years. Not on 2nd of January, just because on 1st you've decided to stop smoking. So, as a conclusion, what I'm trying to tell you is if you want to stick to your New Year's resolution and you want to remain true to yourself, accept that it's a process. Accept that it's a process to lose weight, it's a process to find the true love, it's a process to change yourself. Everything, it's a process. Another 2 reasons for which we fail to remain true to ourselves, first it's getting out of the comfort zone. And I talk here about the fact that most of us try, but after the first or the second step, or when we start to feel uncomfortable, we run back. Why do we do that? I think the second main reason for which we fail at remaining true to ourselves is fear. So, why is it important to remain true to ourselves? First of all, I think would be to stop wasting time. Because when you make a choice based on a lie that you told to yourself, and God, I should know, you will waste a lot of time until the point that you realize that's not what you wanted. Better yet, that's not what you needed. And in my case, I had some situation of self-lie. I waste like years to accept and be true to myself that, hey, that's not what you want. So going back, why is it important? First of all, is to not waste your time. Be true to yourself when you be honest with yourself when you set New Year's resolutions, because otherwise you're gonna waste the whole new year trying to do something that you don't want. How can one become true to himself? How did I become true to myself, and how would one could become true to himself? Well, first of all, you have to stand still. I had to stand still 7 years ago when everything in my head was going nuts. Absolutely nuts. And I was having the tendency, because I was so pressed from the inside, I was having the tendency to answer right away and react on everything. Now, how to become true to yourself? My first advice is stay still. Stay still and breathe. Breathe, because to the information it takes 7 to 10 seconds to travel inside our head from the little monkey brain to the big and developed brain. So not reacting in those first 7-10 seconds and actually allowing yourself to analyze with your big and evolved brain gives you the possibility that after few breaths to have a double perspective of the situation you earlier were into. You have the emotional perspective, first one, and you have the intelligent perspective, second one. Having them both, though, place you from the start above the situation, and that means you are no longer part of the dynamic that was driving you crazy and driving you insane. Now, meditate. That is, in essence, my advice. Stand still, breathe, and meditate, because when you do that, you remain with yourself. You can balance yourself, you can understand yourself, you can love yourself, you can listen to yourself. Well, of course, meditation it's not the only thing that can solve all your problems all of a sudden overnight. What can one person do if he wants to discover who he is as an adult? I strongly encourage to seek out help. I'm seriously encouraging to go see a professional therapist that can help you to see who you are, can help you find out who you are beyond who you were taught to be. A therapist can have the knowledge and have the professional tools that can help you dig, because I tell you from my own experience and as a graduated psychologist that there is a lot of mess in there that you have to pass through until you reach your true self. Professional help means someone who has the necessary tools to pass you safely through all the layer of education, lessons, vices, and I don't know, anything else that you have been taught or you've been learned at young ages and no longer serves you. And it's important to do that in a safe way, because trust me, that you can be affected by stuff that you have no idea that they are there. And besides that, mind can be a very stubborn little bastard, and it won't be easy to reteach it to go your way. That's why it's so important, a professional help, because mind has been so good at building scenarios to protect us at different levels in our life that at this point this is the only way how it can function. So professional help is the one that can help you to relearn your mind, how to help you in other ways through which one person can become true to himself is self-exploration. I encourage profoundly to explore yourself. If you ever wanted to try art, go try art. If you ever wanted to sing along, wanted to dance away. Everything that ever passed through your mind and something inside you said you're not good enough, or someone outside of you said, nah, you shouldn't try that, it's not gonna work. Well, leave all those alone and give yourself the shot to explore what if. What if you were doing art? What if you were dancing? What's the problem after all? So the problem with the new resolutions is that actually there is no problem with the new resolution. They actually prove that our mind needs to evolve, needs to be explored. That's why we set the New Year's resolution, because something inside us wants to move further. And you have to move further, but you have to do it in a healthy way. That's why I was talking earlier about the professional help. That's why I'm talking now about trying all the crazy stuff that passed through your mind and for whatever reasons or excuses you didn't do it. It's time for that to stop. It's time to find out who you are, and it's time to shine. So being true to yourself means to know who you are. Means to know what you wish to become, means to know what you want to change or correct about yourself, and most important, you have to know who do you need by your side. When you do all this, when you know all these things about yourself, you can own who you are. You can own what you like, you can own what you are, and this way you get the power to negotiate terms and conditions. As final holistic message of my video, the action of being true to yourself is important not because of the action itself, which is in essence a difficult thing to do, but because of its effect. Being true to yourself, you get to know your true value, what you offer to the world, and what you needed to offer you back in order for you to keep evolving and growing. How are your New Year resolutions going? Leave a comment and let me know. If you liked my video or find it useful, please share, subscribe and click the bell also if you wish to get notified first about the next videos. Until next time, highest vibes and warmest hugs!